You're watching SKN Newsline TV live on sknnewsline.com.
Why read the news when you can watch it? Introducing SKN Newsline, the Federation's only online TV news platform. SKN Newsline is an online TV news platform covering news in St. Kitts and Nevis. We provide a daily and accurate news on the big stories and stories of interest that other media outlets have ignored. You can watch SKN Newsline on our website, www.sknnewsline.com, or Facebook page at www.fb.com/SKN Newsline, and also subscribe to our SKN Newsline YouTube channel. SKN Newsline, your world, your news.
Now you can have SKN Newsline on the go. Introducing SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Search SKN Newsline in the Google Play Store. Download the app free and stay up to date with TV news in St. Kitts and Nevis in the palm of your hands. With this app, you can watch our news reports, watch our live news feed on SKN Newsline TV, engage with us and other app users in the chat room, look at our special features, send us news tips, and call us directly. It's news on the go. The SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Download it free today.
Ladies, want the finest in hair care services? Then come to Diva Hair in Pond Extension, Basse-Terre. We do nails, relaxers, weaves, haircuts, customs wig, color, hair treatment, lashes, and so much more. Our salon is clean and comfortable even while you wait. We take appointments only. Opened on Mondays and Tuesdays at 10 a.m. with the last appointment at 5 p.m. Thursdays and Fridays at 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays at 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. To make appointments, visit our Facebook page, Diva Hair. Call us at 660-4884. Diva Hair in Pont Extension, for the beauty in you.
Tributes began pouring in for the late Robert Jeffers, former Commissioner of Police who passed away on Sunday night. Commissioner of Police Ian Quealy, in a statement, expressed regret at Mr. Jeffers' passing and lauded his dedication to the force, which spans almost 40 years. Commissioner Quealy said Jeffers had superb investigative skills and was a fingerprints specialist. He describes him as a very candid man. The Commissioner said, quote, "He spoke his mind and told you what there was to tell you in the best of ways. But more importantly, what he said to you was geared towards your development in the organization. Mr. Jeffers was also a very gifted police officer. He was very knowledgeable, and in particular, he was literally considered as the guru in the areas of evidence and procedure. He understood in depth the regulations and the laws." End quote. The Commissioner also said Mr. Jeffers continued to contribute to the police force and showed his support by attending events where possible. He said he was a visiting lecturer. He taught recruits at the police training complex in the areas of evidence and procedure and assisted officers with preparation for their promotion exams. He also submitted questions for those exams, and as recently as last year, he assisted with marking of exam papers, the Commissioner said. Mr. Quealy has also conveyed condolences to the family of Mr. Jeffers. Prime Minister and Minister of National Security Dr. Timothy Harris also paid tribute to the former Commissioner and extends condolences to his family. He said, quote, "Mr. Jeffers was an exceptional, talented law enforcement officer who would have joined the police force circa 1966, the year that Her Majesty the Queen honored the organization by adding the title Royal before its name, in recognition for services rendered during her visit to St. Kitts, Nevis, Anguilla. Mr. Jeffers served loyally and proudly, taking seriously his oath to protect the country and people while demonstrating strong leadership, prudence, courage, and poise during a long, distinguished career that witnessed transformational shifts both in society and in policing." End quote. He noted that during his retirement, Mr. Robert Jeffers provided incisive analysis on the police and security matters in the local media, allowing the people of St. Kitts and Nevis ample opportunities to get inside his head. His firm and influential voice will be missed, the Prime Minister said. Meanwhile, opposition leader Dr. Denzel Douglas hailed Mr. Jeffers for his stellar contribution to the workings of the Criminal Investigations Department, CID, of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force. Dr. Douglas said, quote, He served with excellence in the capacity of detective within his department for many years and was a driving force behind the introduction of fingerprint identification for the purposes of solving crimes. The force was his life, and indeed he treated it as such. He took his responsibilities very seriously and performed his duties as an officer of the law with care and precision and without favor. As a police officer, Robert was exemplary. He was a natural at protection and law enforcement." End quote. Dr. Douglas extended condolences to the family of Mr. Jeffers. The former commissioner of police was 70 years old at the time of his death. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline. Come to Caribbean Flavors Restaurant and Bar in Charlestown for the best in local cuisine. Have your food prepared on the spot or served in a buffet-style setting with quality customer service. Get your day started right with our variety of homemade breakfasts. Try our sumptuous lunches, wraps, sandwiches, and so much more. Located at the Cotton Ginnery Mall, Charlestown, Nevis, overlooking the Charlestown Bay. Open Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays at 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Call us at 469-9009 or 763-5452. The police are investigating the shooting death of 19-year-old Cleon Brown in Nevis. He was originally from Rollins Pasture, Newcastle, but resided at Rollins Village, Gingerland. At about 11:55 a.m. on Wednesday, the Gingerland police station received a report of a shooting incident. Upon arrival at the scene, officers found Brown along the roadside in Rollins Village with what appeared to be gunshot wounds to the body. He was transported to the Alexandra Hospital and was pronounced dead upon arrival. The scene was processed by crime scene technicians, and a number of spent shells were taken into police custody. Police are appealing with anyone with information regarding this incident to call the Violent Crime Unit at the Cotton Ground Police Station at 469-5269, the Gingerland Police Station at 469-3448, or the nearest police station or Crime Stoppers at 1-800-8477. That's 1-800-TIPS. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
At Nagico, the things that matter to you matter to us. Like knowing you're covered when your house gets flooded, getting your settlements quickly and fairly when a fire hits your home, and making sure your business can keep going even after an accident happens on site. At Nagico, we're about much more than just insurance. We're about the big things and the small things that mean everything.
Team Unity has delivered the best chance for advancement of Nevis in a federal entity, says Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris at the recently held Prime Minister's Gala.
Team Unity has delivered the best chance yet for the advancement of Nevis in a federal entity. For the first time, perhaps in a long time, an incumbent Nevis administration could make the case for re-election and the outstanding support of the federal government in the short of 3 years, and indeed and the support of the SIDF. I want us to again applaud the CCM, our Team Unity partner, for a resounding victory.
The Prime Minister's remarks come in the wake of the victory by the incumbent Concerned Citizens Movement under a new Premier, Mark Brantley, a party that is a part of the Team Unity coalition. The Prime Minister noted that the country's economy is expected to grow by some 3.5% this year.
From the perspective of my government, 2018 will be a very good year for the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Our economy will grow by better than 3.5%, bringing more jobs, higher incomes, and many opportunities to our citizens and residents. Several projects will be implemented by both the public and private sectors early in 2018.
Dr. Harris urged the audience not to take the accomplishments of the government for granted. I am Chantel Rochester for SKN Newsline.
The director and staff of Mackie Hazen Memorial Funeral Home offers quality service and satisfaction guaranteed. Serving our clients with respect, dignity, and sensitivity, Mackie Hazen Memorial Funeral Home makes planning look so easy. With over 20 years experience in the funeral business, Mackie Hazen Memorial Funeral Home provides top quality service which is sure to give you, our valued customers, that guaranteed satisfaction. Visit us today at Church Street or call us at...
Our country's success rests not on its size, but on our nation's ability to rise to the occasion. That is the view of Dr. Andy Redmond, the keynote speaker at this year's Prime Minister's Gala, held at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort recently. Dr. Redmond, who lives in Texas, gave a synopsis of his life as a young boy in St. Kitts before migrating to the U.S., where he is now an accomplished neurosurgeon doctor. He stressed that each citizen has a role to play in the growth of the Federation.
Now, some of you may say, well, Dr. Redmond, that's a decent speech. But at the end of the day, you'll go back to Texas and things will continue as usual. But I beg to differ, because each of us has a part to play here. And when we became independent, we decided to actively govern, protect, and serve our country. The people of Texas are very appreciative of my service, and my practice there allows me to use my profession, knowledge, and expertise as leverage to help our nation. My heart and family are in St. Kitts, and hundreds of patients have already benefited from the work of myself and my colleagues thus far. I intend to continue serving my country.
He said St. Kitts and Nevis can offer quality healthcare base and should not be limited just to its size.
The time has come for us to compete not based on size, but based on our intellect, ingenuity, and creativity. So let's pool our resources together and let's move forward, because our time is now.
Dr. Redmond pointed to the ability of St. Kitts and Nevis to rise above difficulties despite its geographical size. He used the demise of the sugar industry as a clear example.
We witnessed the collapse of King Sugar. We were heartbroken. We could not imagine Sugar City without the sugar. One may argue that aside from the falling prices of sugar, our small size could not compete with bigger countries such as Cuba and Brazil. Despite the tragedy, however, and despite our size, we diversified our economy. We rose to the occasion, and folks, we will rise.
Dr. Andy Redmond is a neurosurgeon in Tyler, Texas, and is affiliated with multiple hospitals in the area. I am Chantel Rochester for SKN Newsline.
Now you can have SKN Newsline on the go. Introducing SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Search SKN Newsline in the Google Play Store. Download the app free and stay up to date with TV news in St. Kitts and Nevis in the palm of your hands. With this app, you can watch your news reports, watch our live news feed on SKN Newsline TV, engage with us and other app users in the chat room, look at our special features, send us news tips, and call us directly. It's news on the go. The SKN Newsline Android mobile app. Download it free today.
Why read the news when you can watch it? Introducing SKN Newsline, the Federation's only online TV news platform. SKN Newsline is an online TV news platform covering news in St. Kitts and Nevis. We provide a daily and accurate news on the big stories and stories of interest that other media outlets have ignored. You can watch SKN Newsline on our website, www.sknnewsline.com, or Facebook page at www.fb.com/SKN Newsline, and also subscribe to our SKN Newsline YouTube channel. SKN Newsline, your world, your news.
You're watching SKN Newsline TV live on sknnewsline.com.
Limeweger Funeral Home is the most affordable and only all-inclusive funeral home in St. Kitts and Nevis. Their modern facility houses a chapel, a viewing parlor, a repast room, a casket selection room, a print shop, a flower shop, and they offer cremation services. Their very affordable all-inclusive package includes embalming, overnight viewing, chapel services, and recovery after autopsy. For more information, call 466-1225, 662-3118, or visit Limewigger Funeral Home at Limekeel, Bastille, where they offer service with compassion.
CARICOM has slammed President Donald Trump for derogatory language attributed to him about its member state Haiti. In a statement from the CARICOM Secretariat, the organization said it is deeply disturbed by reports about the use of derogatory and repulsive language by the President of the United States in respect of its member state Haiti and other developing countries. CARICOM condemns in the strongest terms the unlightened views reportedly expressed, the statement said. CARICOM added that of additional concern is this pattern of denigrating Haiti and its citizens in what seems to be a concerted attempt to perpetuate a negative narrative of the country. The statement noted, quote, "We are especially saddened that such narrative emerged around the time of the anniversary of the devastating 2010 earthquake, which took so many lives of citizens in that country." The Caribbean community expresses its full support for the dignified statement of the government of the Republic of Haiti in reaction to this highly offensive reference. It should be recalled that Haiti is the second democracy in the Western Hemisphere after the United States, and that Haitians continue to contribute significantly in many spheres to the global community and particularly to the United States of America. End quote. CARICOM said it views this insult to the character of the countries named and their citizens as totally unacceptable. Last week, President Donald Trump and some congressional leaders met to discuss the particulars of a bipartisan immigration deal. According to media reports, during that meeting, President Trump made some unsavory remarks about immigrants from African and Central American countries, including Haiti. That comment has sparked a firestorm of criticism and condemnation from world leaders, with the latest being that of CARICOM. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
Tired of the Sunday cooking? Cook no further. Come and enjoy a Sunday brunch at Jamrock every Sunday from 11 to 3 p.m. Come with your family or friends. All you have to think about is what's on the menu and enjoy a relaxing atmosphere. For only $65 EC, come and experience real Caribbean cuisine. Also, from 6 p.m. to midnight, enjoy oldies but goodies with a live DJ and the 4-play band. For reservations, call 662-9973. Jamrock, the name says it all.
Former Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis said St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party is preparing to return to office to improve the quality of life of the people of the Twin Island Federation. In remarks at his 18th annual New Year's Gala at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort and Royal Beach Casino, Dr. Douglas told over 600 patrons, including representatives of the diplomatic and consular corps, businessmen, investors, visiting nationals and residents of the importance of the gala.
We can look towards the future with hope, aspiring that things would change, asking that there be continued protection and shelter from continued deterioration here in St. Kitts and Nevis. And that is why those who thought of symbolically demonstrating the need for shelter and protection by identifying an umbrella to be your gift when you would have left here is again a significant demonstration that our people are crying out for shelter and protection from the viciousness of these times, and they are asking that Labour would return.
He highlighted what he considered the incompetence of the Team Unity government as one of the many challenges that will face the people of St. Kitts and Nevis in 2018. The opposition later called for an immediate overhauling of the health sector.
The state of our health sector needs to be overhauled immediately. As someone said recently, health is in the ICU. And so we need to take it from the ICU, give it life and energy, as we would want to do overall with the economy and other sectors here in St. Kitts and Nevis.
Dr. Douglas reiterated that the Labour Party has undertaken a process of candidate selection through a new body that was created called the Candidate Selection Advisory Committee, which takes its roots and agenda from the constitution of the St. Kitts Nevis Labour Party and delivered a message of assurance of all sectors of the nation.
There is a seriousness about this organization in returning St. Kitts and Nevis to the heights that it used to be mere 4-5 years ago. And so I challenge you to recognize that there is a fundamental change that is going to come.
He called on the business community to partner with the Labour Party in its quest to return to office. The Labour Party New Year's Gala was held on Friday, January 5th at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort. Keynote speaker was Lisa Hanna, People's National Party Member of Parliament from Jamaica. I am Chantel Rochester for SKN Newsline.
At Nagico, the things that matter to you matter to us. Like your boat when you're at sea and you get away from everything. Your home and the security of your daughter's things. And the car that you've had for too long, but after all these years, you just can't let go. At Nagico, we're about much more than just insurance. We're about the big things and the small things that mean everything.
Countries making up CARICOM must stand up with one voice on international and regional issues if these nations are to be considered globally relevant. That is the view of Jamaican Member of Parliament with the People's National Party, Lisa Hanna. Hanna was the keynote speaker at the New Year's Gala organized by the St. Kitts and Nevis Labour Party, held at the St. Kitts Marriott Resort.
You see, one of the things that concerns me dearly, not only about my own country, but it is the fact that we have to speak as one voice if we are going to remain globally relevant as countries and as a region. And so we have to have the courage to do that. We have to have the courage to speak as one voice. We have to press for the removal of the obsolete and failed U.S. embargo against Cuba.
Ms. Hanna criticized Caribbean nations that abstained from voting on the United Nations resolution on the decision by U.S. President Donald Trump to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. The decision by the U.S. has sparked fresh war and conflict in the Middle East between the Palestinians and Israel, and the UN resolution sought to condemn the decision. According to media reports, some Caribbean countries, including St. Kitts and Nevis and Hanna's native Jamaica, abstained from voting. Hanna condemns this action.
We must never allow veiled or unveiled perceived threats to push us to corners that we cannot get out of. Retreating from taking decisions on principle must never be our preferred option as Caribbean nationals. In the absence of any public explanation for the sudden turn of face, my country took a recent vote at the United Nations on Jerusalem, and it can be taken only as a retreat from principle, a retreat from courage. Abstention, whether verbally or physically, cannot be the basis on sound, strategic, or principled regional foreign policy direction.
The PNP MP also addressed the issue of climate change, which she said the Caribbean must tackle, despite pronouncements by President Trump that the weather phenomenon is fake. Ms. Hanna praised the ideals of her party, which forms a special bond with the Labour Party in St. Kitts, as having a track record of standing by principles, even in the face of opposition.
The Right Excellent Norman Manley, even before Jamaica was independent, stood up in the face of a number of different atrocities and said we would not trade with South Africa, an apartheid South Africa. We were the first country in this part of the world to do it, and we were not independent. Since then, the policies of my administration, the fraternal administration and party of your party, has been founded on principles of non-alliance, respect for all the sovereignty of nations, and respect of human rights and citizens, no matter where you come from, where you live, what country, or how much money you have. When it was detrimental to stand up for Cuba and China, our region did it. And Michael Manley showed unrelenting support and led a united front with Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, and Barbados to establish diplomatic relations with Cuba in 1972. We were the first again as a region to do it in the Western Hemisphere.
Ms. Hannah also called for CARICOM to stand against the policy of multilateral groups and the international community that continue to use the income per capita criteria to determine whether a country can receive aid, grants, and concessional loans. I am Chantel Rochester for SKN Newsline.